Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. So detoxification, is it necessary or is it all a hype? What do you think? Post your comments and questions as we go through today's Facebook Live, and I would love to read them as well as answer any questions that you may have. So thank you for joining me today on our Facebook Live. I'm always happy to be back here again with you to share this time. I appreciate you being here with me. So how are you all doing? Doing well, staying safe, and enjoying the time with your family and your children before school starts one way or another? I hope so. So what is the reason for some people to get sick, even really sick, while others apparently stay healthy? Have you ever thought about this? Even in this COVID, why are some people completely asymptomatic versus some who have really severe symptoms or even die? So, is there a simple answer to this question? If I must answer this question in one sentence, I would say the ability to detoxify or not. That is pretty much what changes whether somebody gets sick or not from one disease or another. Diseases like reoccurring infections, colds, ear infections, strep throat, in children often, just the flu even, or COVID, any of these things. Also eczema, other skin conditions like psoriasis, lichen planus, lichen sclerosis, asthma, autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis. You can take any of the autoimmune conditions. Diabetes and even cancer are all a result of the body's inability to detoxify optimally. So, do we all have the ability to detoxify, or is it something that is only reserved to some people? What do you think? Everybody has ability to detoxify, at least to some extent or another. Even if they are not able to detoxify 100%, most of us are detoxifying, otherwise we would have all died a long time ago. So what are we detoxifying though from? So if you eat foods that are not organic, if you're ingesting, in that case you're ingesting toxins like pesticides, you're ingesting weed killers, chemical fertilizers, and sometimes even other kinds of really bad chemicals that are actually sprayed in our foods for many different reasons, or even foods that have been preserved with preservatives if it doesn't say so. These are all things that we are ingesting, and these are all toxins that's going into our body. If you use any makeup products or body care products that are not natural, you're absorbing toxins through your skin, which we did talk about in our previous Facebook Live. So if you haven't watched that video, you can go on to our video section and you'll be able to watch that again. If you're also going outside and inhaling air, I know. So if you're inhaling air, you're also inhaling toxins like heavy metals, weed killers, pesticides, gas fumes, and much more, even without us thinking about it. If you drink water that is not distilled or filtered through reverse osmosis, then you could be consuming all of the above and prescription medications, antibiotics, etc. If you take medications, many of them can be toxic for many of your organs as well. So obviously there are many sources of toxins in our lives. So is it important to detoxify them? Do we have to? If we don't, what do we have to lose? Plenty, isn't it? So what are our detoxification organs in our body? How can we detoxify? Obviously, this is not a video to scare you, but to educate you, right? What are things that you can do today so that you are able to detoxify, you are able to stay healthy and prevent all kinds of diseases? That's what this video is all about. So how do we detoxify? Through some of our eliminating organs like kidneys, colon, skin, and even to some extent our lungs. And this is the reason why in babies especially, a lot of them start out with eczema. And when they have eczema, it means that those kids most likely are not able to detoxify from a few things. And they could be, it could be, the foods that they're eating, it could be things that are actually in their body, they're inhaling, the water that they're drinking or the mother is drinking, and so on and so forth, or even prescription medications that the mother is taking or was taking during pregnancy. It could be so many different things. And so when the baby starts showing eczema, it's usually an indicator that the baby is not detoxifying on its own. And many a times in these cases, these babies are also constipated quite often. And unfortunately, most physicians say it's okay for the baby to be constipated, but it is not so. It is actually imperative that every single person poops on a regular basis. If they don't, they could be holding on to toxins, and because the body is not able to let go of the toxins through those eliminating organs, it starts appearing through the skin. So because skin is also an elimination organ, but not quite clearly the greatest elimination organ, we start to have problems there. But we do eliminate through our skin by sweating. So through our colon, we eliminate by having a bowel movement, through our kidneys by the urination, through our skin, through sweating, and through our lungs by breathing out. We are actually eliminating some of those things. So these are all organs that need to be functioning optimally. And if they are not functioning optimally, we have a problem. So internally, things start accumulating. And one of the biggest areas that most people don't talk about or know about is also our liver. Our liver acts as a filter for everything that goes into our body. Even the bath products that we use, even the makeup, cosmetics that we use, everything pretty much goes through our liver. So obviously it's very important for us to be able to have our liver functioning optimally in order for us to detoxify. If the filter isn't working well, then things are actually going to start accumulating more as well. So since the liver acts as a filter, it decides where the things are going to go and helps move things along into the elimination organs for them to be eliminated outside the body. So what are the things that are actually not good for the liver? The filter needs to be working well even if we want the elimination organ to be working well. And a lot of people don't understand this. Many people think that it's important for them to have a bowel movement, which means that their colon should be working well. But what people don't understand is that they actually need their liver to be working well in order for them to not be constipated. If people are constipated, it also means that the liver isn't functioning well. So this is, something that's not talked about enough or even talked about in the first place. So what are the things that we can do to make sure that our filtering organ is functioning well? Many ladies, this is actually going to be interesting, and I probably will also be saying something that a lot of people don't like, women especially, is that your eyes, and especially the eyebrows and the eyes, are organs that are related to the liver. So what does that mean? It means that whenever we actually go and get our eyebrows plucked or waxed, it means that we are actually weakening our liver. I know, I told you, you may not like what I'm going to say, but that is the truth. So obviously if you want strong liver, we don't want to do anything that's going to weaken the liver. Okay. Another thing that obviously everybody knows about is alcohol. Because alcohol, every time we drink alcohol, doesn't matter what type of alcohol it is, if it has alcohol in it, it is also going to kill the liver cells every single time we drink. And when we drink that, because we are killing liver cells that are obviously very important for us to function, we are also decreasing the ability for us to detoxify and filter. So that's not going to be a good idea. Third thing is actually eating a lot of fats in the diet. That is also very hard on the liver, which means that the liver isn't going to function well. It's not going to detoxify properly. So these are all things that we can avoid doing. And when we do that, we are actually going to help our liver filter and in turn help our elimination organs as well. So how do we help our colon? Obviously, eating plenty of greens in our diet. We talk about this all the time with a reason, because this is so important that You make sure that you are having a bowel movement every day, a good one at it, and also that you're making sure that your children are also having bowel movements regularly. So even if they are 5, 6, 7, once they have learned how to clean themselves, parents, please go into the bathroom at least once in a while and check how their bowel movements are. It's imperative that you know that they are pooping properly, and you teach them how important it is. Show them what a normal bowel movement should look like. Show them what the quantity of a normal bowel movement should look like, what the color of it should be, what consistency should it be, and if they are actually passing gas and it's stinking and so on and so forth. It's not just something that kids laugh about. It's very important. That is the language that our body speaks. So your body is saying there are things that are growing in there that's not really conducive for your health. Take care of this. This is how it communicates. Pay attention to this communication. So they should be having a bowel movement every single day, ideally every time they eat, if not at least once or twice a day. So if this isn't happening, this is a very important place to start with. Okay, if there is nothing else that you will actually pay attention to, this is one thing that I want you to pay attention to. The second thing is drinking water, making sure that you're drinking clean, warm water all through the day, not just in the morning or just at night. A lot of people have this tendency to do so. They actually drink a large quantity of water at a certain time, and then they don't drink water all day long. Obviously, that's not going to be helpful, right? We should be drinking water all day long, and good quality water as well, so that we are not bringing in more toxins through the water that we drink, but we are actually helping our body with this water to move things along, so our kidneys can eliminate the things that it needs to eliminate. Pay attention to your food. Eat a lot of vegetables and fruits that are organic, not pesticide laden, not weed killer laden, chemical fertilizers laden. I know that many people think, well, it's a waste of money, it's an expense. But believe me, when you actually, have to go for any kind of a health condition, when you have a disease, when you have a problem, or your children have a disease, it's going to cost you a lot more. And these toxins are entering our bloodstream without even us thinking about it, because we choose to buy something that may be $1 cheaper. I'm not saying it is not. It is more expensive to buy organic, but it is an investment that we make in ourselves. And when we make this investment, it's an investment that's going to keep on giving through your health. And without health, we cannot make money. We cannot actually live a quality life. So it is an investment that's worthy of making. And the third thing is sweating. I know we live in a world where everything is air conditioned. You go into your car, it's air conditioned. We go from one box to another. We live in a box in our house, which is air conditioned. And then we walk out, we get into a car, which is air conditioned. Then we step out of there, go into a store that's air conditioned, work in an office that's air conditioned. So everything is conditioned air. So we don't really sweat. And one of the biggest reasons why we actually have the infrared sauna, which you can see right here, this is for that reason. Okay, what this does is it actually allows our body to sweat. A lot of people are not detoxifying. Obviously, when we see them here, they are sick, which means that they are also not detoxifying. So one of the ways we help people lose weight, get rid of toxins, as well as even lower their blood pressure, increase their body circulation, and so on and so forth, is through the infrared sauna. This is such a simple, easy tool, helps you relax. It's also called as, being in the sauna is also called as a lazy man's exercise, because it improves the blood circulation, improves the cardiac health, improves skin tone, clears up the skin, makes your skin radiant, and so on and so forth. So sweating is a very important tool as well. So even if you are not able to afford a full spectrum infrared sauna, then you can actually come on into our office and have a session. But if you're able to afford one, then you can also contact us on that. We'll be able to provide you with the right information, because there are many different types of saunas, and you have to be very careful which ones you buy. And we'd be happy to guide you through getting one that's going to be beneficial for you as well as for your entire family. So that's the third thing, sweating, right? So first is having a bowel movement regularly. Second is peeing more, peeing a clear urination as well. That's very important, so that you're drinking enough water to be able to have clear urination. third is sweating, and the fourth is that you're able to breathe clean air for the most part. Now, I know that you cannot control your air at all times. That doesn't mean that you need to get air purifier in your house, or have many different things that's actually going to clean out your air so much that the moment you step out you're going to have allergies. That's not what we want. But we have to make sure that we have an environment. You're not really spraying a lot of chemicals inside your house. If you do, you're also inhaling those kinds of things constantly, and that's not going to help you, because that's going to be another place through which you are absorbing toxins. And using clean products, body care products, natural body care products. And if you don't have our recommendation sheet, I highly recommend you to call our office or email us. It's free. We just want to help people, so we'll give that to you for free. We'll send it to you for free, and you can make use of that recommendation list to buy products that are going to be clean for you and your family, so that you're not adding to the toxins in the body. And there are other things that we do. Of course, these are not something that you would be able to do at home, but we do it in our clinic, is certain kinds of cleanses that we do. A lot of our patients probably already know this, that we use many different products that are cleansing for the body. And these products, what they do is they actually help different parts of our body clean. Some of them are like colon cleanses, some of them are liver cleanses, some of them are kidney cleanses, and so on and so forth. And what this does is, if there are and heavy metal cleanses, so when we actually do all of these things, the body, as we remove more and more and more of toxins, automatically the body's nature is to go back to health. So we start moving towards health very quickly when we do those kinds of processes. But obviously you cannot do those things at home, because you may not understand where the problem is coming from and what kind of cleanses you can do. There are some cleanses that you can do at home though, which would be making sure that you're drinking, for example, warm water with lemon juice, at least 16 ounces of it first thing in the morning when you wake up. And also, encourage your children to drink water as well first thing in the morning when they wake up, warm, with lemon juice in it. Why? What does it do? The sour taste of the lemon, when it touches the tongue, it actually stimulates the liver. So the liver will start functioning better when you drink lemon water in the morning. And also, of course, it's better if you can drink more of it, but at least 16 ounces for adults and at least 10 to 12 ounces for children in the morning first thing. What else can you do at home? You can also do juices, not smoothies, juices. Juices are all very cleansing that you can do at home. When you do especially green juices, spirulina, chlorella, cilantro, celery, parsley. These are all juices that you can make out of, which are very, very cleansing for the body. It really helps your liver, it helps your kidneys, it helps your colon move things, as well as it's also very good for the lymphatic system to draw out certain kinds of toxins, absorbs them and brings them out of your system. So that's something that you can do at home as well. And another thing that you can do at home is exercise. So when you exercise, you're actually improving the circulation, you're increasing the core temperature of the body, and when you do that, you're also going to be helping eliminate certain kinds of things. So these are things that you can do at home every single day. Also make sure that your water is very clean at home. Don't drink water from the tap. Do not drink water with a filter that goes on the on the tap itself. Don't drink water from the refrigerator. Okay, because all of these are not really good filters. They don't filter out all of the things that is in the water. Without even realizing, you're drinking water that is toxic in itself, and you're adding more toxic load onto the body. Okay, so it's a very good idea for you to pay attention to simple things like this, so that we can all be healthy for a long period of time. Okay, obviously, if there are conditions that you have, then it's a good idea for you to consult a professional to be able to get help. And of course, we're always here to give you professional guidance, when you so choose. But these are some of the things that you can start today, and I hope you do, so that we stay healthy and we actually raise a healthy community as well in our children. So any questions, I'd be happy to answer them now. Priyanka, so we have to learn to live with a unibrow. Well, it's not a bad thing to live with a unibrow. There is beauty in every single thing, isn't it, Krishna? So I mean, I don't just say it. I don't personally actually trim my eyebrows or pluck my eyebrows, wax my eyebrows, none of those things. I personally don't do it. I've done it probably 4 times in my entire life. And the 4 times, I was not very smart about it. That's about it. But I don't do it myself as well. So if you guys don't have any questions for me today, we are going to, the next time we talk with you on the 5th of August, I'm going to actually bring you a topic that's very interesting, that's very important to be talked about. This is going to be hormones, okay? Hormones like thyroid hormones, as well as female hormones, male hormones. And also I'm going to talk about like menopause, as well as puberty in girls. This is this is very important because we are seeing a lot of things with teenage girls that's happening today, and I really want to discuss this because there are a lot of you that could benefit from it. We are raising our children to be healthy, and we need to be educated to make better choices for our children. So you have COVID, bros. I have no idea what that is. You'll have to take a picture and send it to me, Caroline. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I absolutely appreciate, every single time that you join me and post your comments. I love that, you spend this time with me every time. It gives me the incentive to keep doing this. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you on August 5th. Until then, bye-bye.